Hello friends, my name is Kishan and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to talk about the stereotype annotations in Spring Framework. In Spring auto wiring concept we learned about the auto wired annotation. It handles only wiring. You still have to define the beans themselves so the container is aware of them and can inject them for you. But with @component, @repository, @service and @controller annotations in place and after enabling automatic component scanning, Spring will automatically import the beans into the container. So you don't have to define them explicitly with XML. These annotations are called stereotype annotations. So out of 4 here in this video tutorial I am going to focus on the @component annotation. The @component annotation marks a class as a bean, so the component scanning mechanism of a Spring can pick it up and pull it into the application context. To use this annotation, apply it over a class as below. So before the class name you can annotate a class with @component. If you are dealing with the some data integration module like Spring JDBC, Spring with Hibernate or Spring with JPA, then you may have a service layer method as well as DAW layer classes. So service layer classes you may annotate with the @service, and DAW layer classes you can annotate with the @repository. And controller, basically when we design a controller in MVC, Spring MVC, then we make use of @controller. So in this tutorial, there are 4 annotations falls into the stereotype annotations. So here in this video tutorial we'll focus on the @component, and rest of the 3 video tutorial I am going to cover in the next series of video tutorial. So here this is the earlier this is the project which we had created in earlier video. So this project I am going to copy, and just I am going to make another copy of same project, and I would give the name component annotation. And let me close this project. So here is the project which we had created in earlier video tutorial. So let me explain this project. This project has a first class is called employee. Employee has a 2 value type properties and another property. This is a custom data type, that is PAN card. And before the PAN card property we have used @autowire, and PAN card is another class which contains 2 fields and corresponding public setters and getter methods. Now these 2 classes we have configured as a Spring bean in configuration file. So first we have configured employee, whose ID is employee, and these 2 property we have initialized, and we have configured another bean is a PAN card, and PAN card just we are auto wiring in employee class using @autowire. So here basically we have used XML based definition of a Spring bean. So here we are going to remove these things. These things now we want to do using annotations. So in this class, employee class, you will have to annotate with @component annotation. So look at the package name arc.springframework.stereotype.component. So this falls under the stereotype annotations. Now what do you mean by this @component? @component means a Spring will if you specify @component before any class name, then this package name you need to register in configuration file for scanning purpose. So there is a tag is called component scan, and here you need to specify the package name. So our package name is com.infotech.model. So this is the way to enable component scanning. At the rate component annotation will be scanned and configured only when they are scanned by the DI container of a Spring Framework. To enable this scanning, you will need to use a context colon component scan tag in your Spring configuration file. The context colon component scan element requires a base package attributes. Its name suggests specifies a starting point for the component search. When component scan is declared, you no longer need to declare context colon annotation config, because auto wiring is implicitly enabled when component scanning is enabled. So this tag you don't need to specify. So I'm going to remove it. Now this class I have annotated as a component, and we have enabled auto scanning. So Spring will create an instance of employee and like this, new, like this. So here Spring is going to provide the object name as employee. If you want the object name other than that, then here of course here like emp, if you specify in bracket emp, then Spring is going to specify the object name as emp. By default object name would be as a class name, but first letter would be a small. So this you can try, but I'm taking as a default one. So object name would be employee, like this. Now so this class will be initialized by the Spring Framework. Now this instance variable you can initialize like this. So you can specify some dummy ID, and here also you can initialize this field employee name, Sean Murphy, and go to this class, pan card class, and you need to annotate this class as component here. And pan card holder name, I'm not going to hard code over here, but I will retrieve it from, so you may use a Spring expression language over here. So here object name is employee, right? So employee dot, we can retrieve employee name from here, right, in this bin. Now pan card, sorry, you need to specify @value annotations. Pan card, specify some dummy pan card number, something like this. Now it's almost done. So we are going to instantiate this class by using these annotations, and all instance variable we have initialized using @value annotations. Now go to the client program, and here everything is done. Let's run this application. So here we are successfully able to retrieve the employee as well as corresponding pan card information. So I hope you guys understood how to use @component and @value annotations. So here basically we have hard coded the values, right? And in pan card, this value we have hard coded pan card, but this value we are retrieving from the another bin, right? But instead of hard coding this properties value, we can retrieve these values from the property file as well. So that I'm going to show you in next video tutorial. So how to retrieve the values from the property file. So that's all I wanted to show you in this video tutorial. If you like my video, please like and subscribe it. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in next video.